Hello. Hi, friends. I wish I could see you, but I'm glad you can see me and my boom. That's good. Welcome, welcome. My name is Jasmine Joshua. I use they, them pronouns, and I have the great honor of being the artistic director of Reboot Theatre Company. And this is my cat who is going to super be in on this. How many likes can I get for this kitty? How many? Keep them coming. She's the best. This is Raina. This is our kitten. This is our COVID kitten that we got because everyone needs a kitten during COVID. Um, yeah. So here we are. This is our Test Kitchen 2.0. And let me tell you a little bit about Reboot Theatre Company. So we are based in Seattle, Washington, and our mission is to test new interpretations of established works through non-traditional casting, design, and methods yet to be discovered. And you can check out more of about our past productions on our website at www.reboottheater.org. Take tool through there. And ordinarily, we do musicals. We produce one musical a year. This year has been a little bit different, as it has been for everyone. But we wanted to do a little bit of something. One cool thing going into this season, we're calling this our 5-ish anniversary because I founded the company technically in 2014, but it was like a soft opening, and then our first show was in 2015, and now it's 2020, so it's like 5-ish. So in honor of our 5-ish anniversary, I'm Jewish, could you tell? In honor of our 5-ish anniversary, we came up with this freaking sweet logo, and we put it on some swag. Jessamine threw that up there. Jessamine is our behind the scenes emperor for tonight. That is our brand. We got t-shirts. I think we have sweatshirts on there, but basically head on over to reboottheater.org/swag. You see our representation matters, transforming theater together, and our 5th-ish anniversary. It's just a sweet logo. I mean, look how colorful and bright and hopeful that is. So feel free, should you feel so inclined, to tool on over, take a look at our swag, and buy yourself a shirt because you deserve it. So I talked a little about Reboot, and why are we doing a test kitchen of new works if our whole point is that we do reboots of established works? It's a great question. I don't entirely know the answer to it, except that I will say that part of what we do here at Reboot is we test new things. And that is entirely in the realm of artists. I mean, everywhere, but especially in theater, it's thrown to the playwrights. And so in addition to being an actor and a director and a producer, I'm a writer. And during this time of COVID, boy, am I sick of saying that phrase. During this time, it's been really hard for me to create, to be honest. I mean, you're filled with such uncertainty and fear and dread and moments of happiness that, kind of lift you up. And then you realize, oh, wait, no, we're still in this situation. Big theaters, Broadway announced that they're not going to be open until, next spring. I think it was like May or April. And that is going to be true of us all. And that doesn't just affect actors on stage. It affects everyone connected to the theater industry. So basically, there's a lot of hurt out there. And I thought, okay, how can Reboot during this time of hibernation create a space for artists to say something? Because a lot of what Reboot wants to do is give artists the chance to be true to who they are and to become who they want to be. So what better way than to give this platform right now? And basically, so we had an open call. We just said, hey, everyone, if you've created anything, and I mean anything, send it. I want to see it. I want to see what it is. Even if it's a pitch. Some of the stuff some of the things that we got, they were like, I have this idea. And I was like, great. And then a lot of writers went, oh, shit, I have to do it. I say shit sometimes, and I apologize. Hopefully you know that if you're listening. So in any case, we opened submissions. We had a lot of people. And I was kind of worried because, being asked to make something right now is really hard because, you know, when you make something, it means you're vulnerable. And aren't we all tired of being so vulnerable? But we're so happy and honored that we had to do 2 whole nights. This is night 1. We're going to have another night in another 2 weeks. As you can see from the ticker down, there's going to be another night of more art. We had so many artists who are willing to be vulnerable and to play and to do a little something. So that's kind of why we, you know, created Test Kitchen, so that writers could test something out, see if it works. And maybe from here, you know, we need more new stuff. We need more new voices. You know, hopefully you'll put Reboot out of business. Hopefully, like, or we'll have to change our mission statement. We'll have to evolve. Imagine that, a theater evolving with the times. Doesn't that sound amazing? That would be a reboot in and of itself. Help reboot itself. All right, I'm going to stop rambling. But in any case, I just wanted to give you a view about who I am, who my company is, and a little bit about tonight. So let's get on to why you're here, which is to hear 6 incredible stories who are all very vastly different, and to just experience for a second what it's like to be in a community of art. So our first show of the evening, we're going to throw up a little title card, was actually the very first submission that we received for Test Kitchen. And what struck me about it was that there was such catharsis in this piece. And I knew that so many artists were going to relate to this piece when I read it. So I was really excited to come across it. So I am very pleased to kick off this evening and the whole Test Kitchen experience with Cry, written by Pamela Hobart Carter, directed by Rachel Renee, and featuring Mark Fox and Amy Yin.
I never liked when an adult is cast in the role of a child.
I'm convincing.
Too many people see it as a joke.
Who?
People.
You mean you?
It trivializes the material.
That's the last thing I do.
You're talking intention, what you mean to do. I'm talking achievement, what you actually do. Your size, your voice, your movements.
You really dislike me, don't you, Alyssa?
Adults cast in child roles turn the scripts farcical. I'm being honest about an aspect of theater. That's my role.
Then be honest. You don't like me, do you?
This isn't about whether I like you. This is about how a child is presented in a story.
You don't like how I present the child in the story.
Not you specifically. You plural you. I wouldn't didn't like how any adult dealt with this role. Thompson should have found a child.
Found a child. You make it sound as if they're available at the shelter alongside the pit bulls.
Actors come in all sizes and shapes, Gil. There are piles of children around. You were a choice. You know it. I'd prefer if the child were presented as a child. That would be my...
It's not fair to say not you specifically when I'm the adult in front of you who's cast as a child.
Gil, I like you fine.
You're unconvincing, Alyssa.
I'm not the actor. Anyway, I did think the crying just now was convincing. As the child, what's his name? Danny, being distraught.
Thanks.
Gil, the gratitude is not convincing.
Why would it be? There's no show. I wasn't rehearsing.
Oh.
Thought I had the place to myself.
Excuse me.
You don't have to go. You have as much right to be here, I guess.
I do?
No?
This show's closed. I shouldn't be here at all.
Yeah, well, nor should I.
I just missed being here.
I get it. Me too.
At first, I only walked by and looked in the window.
Come, sit.
A good 6 feet away.
I promise not to shake hands.
Good, because you're still holding that gross tissue. You haven't washed your hands since blowing your nose.
I'm just trying to get...
Oh. Oh.
Just...
Oh.
You want some?
Really? You're sharing your rationed resources with the enemy?
The enemy? I wasn't aware.
All this talk of me not liking you.
You don't like me. But I like you. I'd share with you even if I didn't like you. I'm that kind of guy.
That was convincing. Convincingly nice.
So, have a little.
Thank you. The door handle. I forget still. I had my gloves on for the outer door, then took them off inside.
Yep.
Really, I'm sorry to barge in on you here. I've been behaving like the enemy, arguing about casting, for goodness sake. I think I react against an adult person intended to convey a vulnerable small one. It's jarring. But that's my weakness, my problem to fix, not yours or Thompson's. After all these years on the Time staff, you'd think I'd be better at leaping into the imaginary places you actors live in. Even see the casting against type as a way of helping me enter your imaginary worlds. You know, because things are not what they look like. A man being a child is like saying, pay attention to the messages and behavior. Pay attention to the language. Pay attention to the clues of the set. What do these symbolize? Beware. You are now entering a world of the mind. You were very good, Gil. Childlike. I caught a rehearsal.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to say I'm sorry. I sort of thought I had the right to be here because I miss it. But it's your house, not mine. You made this. This is sort of a home, isn't it? You have more right to be here. I, as a critic, play guest in your home. You do ask me over a lot, so I'm like a neighbor who doesn't knock. Also, I'm sorry. I got it wrong, what you were doing. It's as if I gatecrashed what I thought was a wedding, or maybe something quiet like a book group. And it was actually a funeral. The crying was magnificent, Gil. I almost clapped. Almost clapped. Thank goodness I didn't clap for your... Gil, what is actually wrong?
Alyssa!
I mean, I know everything is wrong. I don't mean... Everyone knows, everyone works so hard on this show. All the shows, so much time, effort, skill, funds. The loss of income, the loss of regular life. The flatness of being without the social interaction of this very gregarious life you've picked. Everyone knows is experiencing equivalence, worse. I mean, specifically, what's wrong? Money's okay?
Yeah. My day job keeps chugging along, all of us in our separate hideouts. Makes me nuts how many people are losing. Not as lucky as me with the paychecks. You? The paper can't pay you for...
Obviously, I'm not reviewing. They put me on the economy. I'm learning a lot. You should get a money market account, Gil. It takes less than you think. Read my column. But this, what was this that I came in on?
Life.
Life?
This life at this time on this planet, of course. And life in general at any time on this planet.
The overwhelmingness.
Yes. The terrifying and the gorgeous. The dirt and the sky, the past and the next.
Hence coming here to be Annie. To wear the pajamas, hold the... What is that?
A soft being.
Because when you play the little boy crying in his room, in his
Holding
pajamas,
his stuffed animal.
holding his soft being, you can cry.
I can cry.
I take back everything I said about adults cast as children.
I can tell you like me.
Yes. You want to cry more?
Yeah.
Gil, can I stay?
You don't need to ask permission.
I've never acted.
And they hired you as a theater critic.
I mean, I don't know how to start. Because I want to cry, but...
I know how. Hold on.
Thank you so much to the cast and crew of Cry. I can breathe that out. Rachel was actually one of the founding mothers of Reboot Theatre Company, the director of this piece. She was in our original production of 1776, and I was so excited to work with her again. And this was such a beautiful piece. So congratulations to our actors, and thank you. Now we're going to shift into our second piece, Kintsugi. Our second piece is inspired by the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery by patching the cracks with powdered gold. Kintsugi is written by Jen Anderson, directed by Harry Turpin, and features the extraordinary talents of Doug Fall and Reboot alumna Stacey Hart.
Thank you again for coming over and helping me out. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Do you like it?
The apartment is nice. It's a bit too urban for me, but if it makes you happy.
Where are the instructions?
I haven't come across them yet.
Are you sure? Sometimes they can look just like the packing paper. I don't see them anywhere. Usually the instructions are right on top. Are you sure you didn't put them somewhere?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. What? Nope, you didn't see them? Nope, they weren't on top, or what?
Don't worry. We will find them. They are here. I have full faith in our kindly Swedish purveyors of affordable furniture.
Are you patronizing me?
Nope.
I am sorry. Let's start over. Can I offer you something to drink? I have champagne and LaCroix. And the most recent vintage of West Seattle's finest tap water.
It's okay.
What sounds good? I'm trying to be a good hostess.
I know this stresses you out.
Being stressed out is not an excuse for being an asshole.
You weren't being an asshole. I should know. I'm the asshole.
Oh, please, don't. You know that you are not the asshole in this situation. Please don't pretend. I am truly the asshole here for all of the various and assorted reasons that a wife could be an ex-wife, could be an asshole.
I'm sorry. What flavor of LaCroix is it?
Coconut.
I think I'm okay for now.
What's wrong with coconut?
Nothing. It's just your flavor, not mine.
I thought you liked it. You drank it before.
Yeah. Before. Did he drink it?
I don't remember.
A good hostess would remember.
You don't know if that's supposed to go there or not. You are going to break it. Please just stop until we find the directions.
Answer the question.
Did he drink coconut LaCroix? Why? Why is that so important?
Answer the question, or I'm going to go get an Allen wrench.
I honestly don't remember.
Honestly, that's an interesting choice of words. Honestly, Lee.
Look, I know. I'm the one who fucked up here. I'm the wrong one. I'm the liar and the cheater and the bad guy. I get it. And like always, you're the saint. Saint Nicholas, patron of stoicism and bad puns.
I hate it when you do that.
Call you a saint?
Yes.
Who doesn't want to be compared to a saint?
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Yes.
And no.
You were right. This dowel does not belong here.
You had the instructions all this time? What the fuck, Nicholas?
I just found them. I wanted to try and build this thing without them.
That makes no sense. Did you come over here just to fuck with me?
Well, I didn't come here for this.
Why are you here? Why did you come?
You asked for my help.
Why would you help me?
Friends help friends.
Are we friends?
Honestly, I'm not sure now.
You aren't sure now because I said it was worth it. I also said it wasn't worth it.
Well, you need to make up your mind.
Yes, it was worth it because of so many reasons. I was lonely. I was sad. I felt ignored. Someone was interested in me, and I hadn't felt interesting or worthy in a very long time. And after it all came out, you and I finally talked, like really talked to each other. It took someone else for you to see me and to hear me. And also, no, it wasn't worth it.
Because?
Because now I'm living on my own in an urban studio apartment with only champagne and coconut LaCroix and a pile of IKEA without instructions. And I'm realizing I've never lived on my own. And so I called the only person I could think of to help me because I'm afraid of building the damn thing wrong. And I'm terrified. And I'm losing my best friend. Want some? I think I have glasses somewhere.
No, thanks.
Okay.
I have heard some good things about the current West Seattle tap water vintage.
What did you hear?
Nice minerality, hints of chlorine, refreshing but unassuming.
Hydrating, crisp, notes of bonded hydrogen and oxygen. Locally sourced.
And artisanal.
I know that this is over, but I still want you in my life. I still want to be friends.
I want to build this table.
Fuck IKEA. Are we friends?
let's build the table first.
It's not a table, it's a bookcase.
So it is. Well, bookcase is definitely more complicated than a table.
A bookcase is not a one-person job. See, it says you need another person to hold the frame together while you load the shelves.
Makes sense. I'll take a glass of the famous West Seattle tap water. With ice if you have some.
I'll go find a glass.
Ooh, I love a great script, great actors, and a great director. I mean, what's so wonderful about an evening of these little shorts is we really, as theater artists, get to fully explore how much we can really say with very, very little. And I think that piece to me, like, really just shows just how, I don't know, how incredible we are as human beings and artists. Thank you. Congratulations to this incredible cast. If you'll notice, we have on here some Venmo and also personal websites of our artists. So please feel free to, if you'd like to throw some money toward our artists or go and check out, see what else they're doing. We have their information up there. At our little ticker at the bottom, you can see how you can donate to Reboot the theater in general. And also a reminder that this is but one evening, 2 shows of 1 of 2 nights. So yes, Kintsugi, and thank you to Lonnie. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. Great. Moving right along, our next show, I was worried about saying shit earlier, and then I realized, oh, it's actually in the title. So, in fact, I was giving you perhaps a preview. That's a French word. Actually, I have no idea if it is. Our next show it explores what would happen if famous deities and saints were living and surviving in the modern era. It's a series of monologues. It is written, Holy Shit is written and performed by 2 Reboot alumni, Sarah Geiger and Jessica Robbins. And this is actually very cool because I realized, this is a very cool pairing of writers and performers because Jessica was in our first show, 1776, and Sarah is a part of our cabaret cast, which is the most recent cast that we put together. So it's kind of this very cool, like, bookendy sort of a thing. In any case, it is also directed by Harry Turpin, who we love as well and enjoy. Holy shit.
Hey. It's so good to see you again. God, it's been a minute. How are you? Huh? Me? Oh. Yeah, I'm fine. It's breathing feels really good these days. I started meditating about 3 months ago when I, just started feeling like, whoa, Remember at work way back in March, God, when we first got the notice that we wouldn't be coming into the office for a little while, and we all thought that meant a month or 2, tops. God, I remember thinking, great, now I have time to shed 30 pounds and finish that novel. Yeah, that lasted. Now, once in a while, I can feel my own heartbeat. Weird, right? And I don't ever expect it. It just kind of happens. Like when I'm sitting on the couch designing my island, 5 stars, by the way, or like even when I'm on the toilet for too long. I just kind of take a deeper breath than I expected, and then I feel pump, 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 pump. I'm caught off guard, and then I think, oh my God, maybe this isn't normal, but that's like such a loaded word these days, right? Normal. I mean, I've always had a heartbeat. Maybe I've just been too busy to clock it. I don't know. You know, I've never tried mushrooms, but I mean, I went to Evergreen, so I've heard stories. My friends would always talk about this moment when you are in the woods and you're high. They talk about actually seeing the earth's breath. They say when you stare at something, anything like a flower bud or a blade of grass, anything, if you stare at it for long enough, you can just start to see gently in, slowly out, in and out. And then, if you're patient for long enough, you can actually start to see little pulses. Pump, 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 pump. That's the earth's heartbeat. God, have I always kept this busy? I wonder why. It's funny because now I'm in a rush to slow down. Anyways, how are you?
God damn it, John, pull your pants up again. Why do I gotta keep on you like this? Why can't you be more like your brother? You'd think, just because 2 boys had the same mama, they'd have come out similar, but no, it's the daddy's seed that always messes it up. Yeah, you're just like your pa. Crude, rough hands, always poking around by that wood pile out by the shed, and it barely says 2 words to me. No, it's just, thanks for dinner, Mary. I'm gonna go out and work by the woodshed. Never mind that your daddy was the one that stayed, because of course Joe stayed. I mean, he wasn't gonna get any better than this. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have been able to keep any better than Joe either. Maybe we deserve each other. But you two, it's clear to me, Jesus, whichever one was your daddy, he was a gentleman. Soft-spoken. Probably would have paid for you to get a nice education, fixed me up with a nice house and a minivan. He probably would have helped me figure you out, too. I mean, how the hell is any one woman supposed to raise a kid as perfect as you, kid? I feel like I just gotta stay out of your way and let you do your thing. Like I'm gonna mess you up somehow. And of course, it doesn't help that every time I gotta meet your teacher, she's always telling me how brilliant you are, but then she gives me this look like, how the hell did this kid come out of you, lady? Stuck-up bitch. Not to mention that slew of wise guys that's always coming around. I mean, what is that even about? I know you have your weird internet hobbies, kids, but how the hell do you get to be an expert at coding at such a young age? But these 40-somethings are coming around, asking you questions, bringing you all these gifts. It's a little inappropriate if you ask me. God, I wish I knew who your daddy was. He'd help me. Anyway, your daddy's real, John. The trailer's real. He's here. I'm here. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, I guess. It's all for the best. God damn it! Pull your pants up!
Hi there. Hi there. Thank you for the time. I'm Pandora from District 3. What is up? Sawant, my homegirl right there. I'm here to voice my support for defunding SPD by 50% at least, amnesty for all protesters. And I just need to clear the air because apparently some of y'all want to blame all of this shit on me. Okay, let's just get one thing clear. This city, this country deserves to rot. Full stop. Okay? All of you sitting up there have been elected by the people to act and defend in accordance with our needs and interests. And yet here we are in the face of impending authoritarianism and the literal largest civil rights movement since the 1960s. And all you have to offer us are half-assed auditorium motivational speeches with flaccid performance to follow up. Yes, Peterson, I'm looking at you. And then when the mistreated citizens come to you, they stand up for themselves. When they riot to get your attention, you want to point your chicken grease and bloodstained fingers at me, at all of us. Okay, let's get one thing crystal clear. Once and for all, the only one to blame is you. The Puyallup Assembly, Camp Harmony was this liberal safe haven state very own Japanese internment camp, which don't worry, was later sanitized to make way for the Washington State Fairgrounds. Who wants a scone? And then only 30 years later, the privately run Tacoma Northwest Detention Center has been keeping immigrant families in captivity in that same inhumane fascism. Sorry, I meant to say fashion that you promised us was dead, buried, and gone underneath that fucking Ferris wheel. Sorry. Nationally, Andrew Jackson's house is a museum, but you all knew that, right? Okay, well, did you know that Andrew Jackson's genocide against the Native Americans was so effective, Hitler took notes and used those tactics to exterminate the Jews? Okay, look, if we are being honest here, US history is so full of dehumanization, genocide, and just fucking violence that it is an act of violence to ignore it. Silence is violence. Inaction is violence. But you're mad at us because a window on a fucking Starbucks was broken? No, because we exposed you to yourselves. We live streamed and lifted the lid on all of the chaos that you are responsible for. I'm sorry, was staring down the barrel of that gun just what? Did that just like super bum you out? Okay. Grow the fuck up, children. This is why you clean up your messes. A problem doesn't go away because you ignore it. It gets bigger. We are on the precipice of something enormous. A cultural shift, a revolution that I am entirely certain none of you are prepared for. What are you gonna do about it? I yield my time. Fuck you.
Sometimes I wish we could go back to before everyone had cell phones. You know? When every moment wasn't being recorded. I mean, you always know vaguely that somebody could be watching, but it is an entirely different thing to see your life's moments plastered all over the internet, going viral, millions of people seeing you in your most vulnerable state without your consent. It's awful. anyone in the world could have been walking by that day. Anyone else at all could have looked in the car window and seen him slumped over like that. And I bet that somebody would have been like, oh my God, it's Charles Westermeyer. Is he okay? But no, not me. Of course not. No, my instincts kicked in before I even had time to think. And then before I knew it, there I was, performing CPR on his lifeless body on the ground, surrounded by the shards of safety glass from the broken window from his car that I had to shatter to get him out of there. I only knew that there was a person who needed a nurse. And there I was, the person who just happened to be walking by. He is supposed to be here. The universe made sure of that. I mean, if I hadn't been there when he OD'd, he may not have gone on. He may not have survived to check himself into rehab and then go on to win that Oscar. But that wasn't up to me. I took an oath before God and my country that I would live my life in the service of the help of others, and I was just doing my job, the same as I would for anybody else in the world. And there it is on YouTube. YouTube. The most awful moment of his life. And there's me. My face, my hospital ID. And when the media got a hold of my information, I was bombarded with requests for attention and interviews, and I just hate it so much. Every time I get a card, every time I get another flower arrangement, every email that gets sent, every public declaration of, oh, hey, it's you saved Charles, it just puts me right back in that moment. His gray face, the shards of glass sparkling in the sunlight, my chest and shoulders heaving, burning with the effort of trying to save this human being's life, and I just don't want to relive it anymore. And in any other era in human history, I wouldn't have to. Some things were meant to be kept private.
Damn. I really should have taken that nude modeling gig. I mean, who would have known that I'd be stuck in my uptown apartment for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Are you kidding me? 6 months with no casual sex at all? Jesus. Holy fuck. Touch-starved is right. And I am a hungry, hungry hip hoe in search of a trivial pursuit. Oh, hello, Mr. Monopoly. These dirty money... No, that's disgusting. Oh, God, no. Oh, my God, fuck. Am I losing my witty flirtation as well? God. That gig would have been so hot. I can see it now. There I am in the middle of a classroom full of hot, young TikTok influencers. Is that too young? No. It was for a community college. Wait, what is the enrollment age for Running Start? Oh God, no. Okay, no, back me up. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. There I am, sitting in the middle of a classroom full of graduate students. Ooh, yeah, some with grainy beards, with flannel sleeves pushed halfway up, exposing rough, hairy, muscular forearms, and then some with long, curly, unkempt, almost wild, curly hair. Oh, silently slurping from a mason jar on homemade kombucha. All of them washed over in a sea of gray beanies. And there I am, sitting there, the object of their attention for 2 hours' time, Me with my co-ed undercut, some indie band's cover album from like 2013 tattooed on my elbow, and my body. Oh, the tension. Oh, gods, the tension. Perhaps I see one of them give me a daring glance. And over there, is that perspiration on the brow of the one in the third row? A long, messy paintbrush resting gently atop a pair of plushy, soft lips, and a pair of shocking blue eyes peeping over a canvas, drinking in all of me. And at once, as I sit there, I can feel all of them silently worshiping me for hours. Oh, the glory! Oh, the unspoken pleasure! Oh, the juicy fantasies I could have pulled from that during this literal sex quarantine! I'm upset. You can see that I'm upset. I'm just a little bit upset, okay? Call me dramatic if you want, but I miss them. People. I miss them around me, inside me, beside me, behind me. I just miss people. The rude, the slutty, the kind, the generous, the skanky, the enraging, the hilarious, beautiful, beautiful people. Fuck me.
Shooting at the walls of heartache, bang, bang, I am the warrior. Fuck yeah, I'm the warrior. Oh, the warrior who is switching to water. Right now. I know, I'm a mess, I know, but it's Jeremy, you know? Jeremy. Of all the people in the world, I never saw that one coming. Like, buddy, you just turned 30 like last week. You're not obligated to get married, okay? And like, is it terrible of me that I think he's settling for her? You know, hey, do not give me that. You're awful and I'm shocked laugh. You think she's just as boring as I do. I mean, do you remember how at my Christmas party she spent the entire time on the couch falling asleep until finally Jeremy looks at his watch at like 8:30 and he goes, we should probably get out of here. You remember that? Like, oh my God, I could understand if like you were a barista or something and you had to be up at some ungodly hour of the morning, but she works at a bank. Who chooses that? Who works at a bank? Oh God. He used to be so much fun. We all used to be so much fun. I mean, I'm hyper aware that we're getting older and that things change as you age, and yeah, but like we're in our 30s. That is still young enough to rule the world, okay? I mean, we just traded the super late nights in the club for Sunday brunch, which, if you ask me, that is quite the glow up. Oh, and who could ever miss being broke all the time and having to live with 5 roommates who are each like fighting over who gets the nickname Raven this week, you know? Does that make sense? I'm not making sense. I want to be the eccentric old lady that lives by the sea and paints watercolors and goes to the opera and donates her life savings to an animal shelter. You know, I want to write poetry and travel, and I want to get married if I want to get married, not because I feel like I have to, you know? And I want to have kids if I want to have kids. And right now, I definitely do not want to have kids. But like if I ever like change my mind like in the future and my body says, you know what, maybe let's go ahead and just not reproduce this particular set of genetics, that's what I will respect. That, I mean, I'll adopt it. Just, I feel like that's what you should do, you know? I don't want to make my choices out of fear. I want to say, this is what I want, and then come what may, I'll jump without looking, and I will deal with the consequences. I'd rather fail at something I love than live in a perpetual state of misery playing it safe. I'm not afraid of getting old, but I am terrified of getting boring. Oh, victory is mine. Call me an Uber.
Oh my God. The almost puke at the end. Oh my God. That was holy shit. I love this concept. Like, I hope that Jessica and Sarah expand this series. Don't you? Like, would you not watch an entire evening of these sorts of monologues? Tell them in the comments, folks. Let them know what the people want. I want more archetypes talking shit and taking names and making me think. Love it. Before we head to the next show, I want to talk a little bit more about swag. Swag, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else like me. We have these incredible shirts. We're trying to basically sell them all by the end of the month. Not only will you gain this incredible shirt, but you'll also be supporting Reboot Theatre Company, which I know you want to do because you're watching us right now and you're like, hey, this is a great company who supports great artists. And that's true. And this is pretty much how we're able to make that happen. So please buy a shirt. And if you can't buy a shirt, then either donate to an artist that you like or donate to reboottheater.org/donate. But isn't that a cool design? I just love it. I'm all for a cool design. All right. What do we got next here? Our next show. Oh, I'm really excited about this next one. So our next show is actually an interactive animated short film. You're not going to see this. I mean, we're just doing the script. You're not going to see the actual film yet. But we get to test it out. You're the first ones to get to hear it. So I'm super excited to kind of get to try a new format. And what's cool about this is that this particular film will eventually allow the audience the ability. Oh my God, elephants just walked over the top of me. I don't know if you can hear that, but my God. It's going to allow the audience the ability to choose between two different paths in the story at given points. And tonight, you're going to get to see both of those endings. Transform Prologue is written by Adam Kern, directed by Jen Hammond, and features the incredible talents of Liz Femi, Julie Ray Goldstein, Frank Lawler, and Reboot alum Mandy Rose Nichols. I'll owe you a drink, Mandy.
Transform Prologue. A hillside cliff by the sea, early morning. Fade into the face of a giant orc slumped face down on the ground, its eyes half shut, having just been knocked out by a blow. Slowly it comes to. The orc furrows its brow and it pushes itself up, the ground shaking. As it gets up, it grabs its club and pulls an overhead blow towards our hero, who dives out of the way. The orc charges at our hero, who barely dives out of the way again, then smiles as the orc moves into position. In the background, we see an old man and his granddaughter on the ground watching the fight. Their cart of flowers has been knocked over. Our hero takes a step backwards. The orc steps forward menacingly. Our hero raises a crossbow and fires a shot towards the orc. As the monster shields its face to deflect the arrow, our hero fires off another shot towards a tree at the top of the hill where a cart full of wine is tethered. The arrow snaps the rope, sending the cart hurtling down the hill towards the orc. Before the orc can notice the cart, our hero again shoots at the orc as the cart flies by him off the cliff. The orc and the hero watch the cart go over the cliff, then look back at each other.
Huh?
The rope from the cart catches the orc's leg and pulls him off his feet over the cliff's edge. The hero starts to walk towards the old grizzled villager lying on his back. His granddaughter, a beautiful, albeit dirt-covered damsel in distress, is cleaning up her basket of flowers.
You are both safe now.
Thank you, brave knight.
Safe? Haven't beaten the Ornius yet, have you?
On my way there now. Worry not about it.
Don't tell me not to worry. You cannot beat the Ornius. Only a true knight can defeat her.
I am that knight.
You are but a pale image of a knight, hardly more than a boy.
Hero tries to help the old man up.
I will defeat the Ornius. This I promise.
Leave me alone and promise me nothing, girl. Get your things and get back to the house.
But grandfather, don't be so rude. He saved us.
Not another word, girl. Hurry up now.
The old man gets himself off the ground and walks away as his granddaughter quickly runs up and gives our hero a kiss on the cheek. And then hands him a flower. Choice: do you accept the flower or decline? Path 1, accept the flower.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Embarrassed by her grandfather, she runs off after him before he yells about something else. Our hero watches them walk away, then walks to the top of the hill to the edge of the endless forest. Our hero steps across the threshold into the forest. Shadows loom everywhere, eyes watching everything. Our hero enters a clearing by a stream and kneels to take a drink. A long shadow grows over the hero, who turns to see a little girl staring. She carries a basket of flowers, like the girl outside the village.
You look tired, miss.
I have traveled far for this day.
What day is that?
I know who you are.
And I know who you pretend to be.
I am myself, no other.
You hide yourself.
To protect myself.
You are nothing.
Enough. Show yourself, demon.
Darkness overtakes the clearing as Ornius transforms into a giant monster, part devil, part spider. As Ornius transforms, our hero puts his helmet on and draws his sword. They battle. Our hero is on the verge of collapse, at the edge of defeat. Ornius pulls the helmet off our hero and drags him, holding our hero's face over the water.
Look at yourself. This is who you are.
I am... No, I am...
You are not complete. See it!
Confronted with the reflection staring back at him, our hero tries to steal up and regain control. A bead of sweat drops from his head into the water, sending ripples. A strange moment of calm as our hero flashes back to the girl with the flower who showed kindness. Our hero comes back to reality and stares through the water and sees a dagger, rusted and covered in moss. Our hero grabs the dagger, and as he brings it out of the water, it is transformed, bright, silver, and stunning. Our hero shifts, turns, and stabs Orneus through the chest, the sword erupting through his back in a beam of light that grows towards the sky, opening the clouds around it. The moment lasts for what feels like hours. Orneus' face frozen, his eyes stare into our heroes as all the souls he has eaten fly free. We see around the edge of the clearing, the townfolk have come to see what has happened, somber, in awe. The light engulfs both Orneus and our hero completely. As Orneus disappears into the white, a glowing figure all in white approaches our hero, who is now kneeling before them.
There is a fable where devils, demons, and monsters fly up to the heavens to try to hear what goes on above the clouds. When they can't maintain the flight, it is a far ways up, mind you, they fall and crash to the earth. The people that are against you only hear what they want to. They are blind to your intention. And so they fall away, burning whatever they come in contact with. You are who you are. Only you can know that. Search for those that can help you out there. You are right. Trust that.
A blinding flash as exterior backyard, early afternoon.
Princess, time to come inside.
We're in the fenced-in backyard of Hero's suburban home in Ohio, a large backyard filled with trees. Under a large tree is what was formerly a princess playhouse built by Hero's father, but the pink and white trim has faded or been camouflaged, and a hand-painted board that reads, "Beware," with a skull and crossbones, is nailed roughly above the doorway. Hero, wearing sweatpants and a boy's tank top, kneels in the yard, having been pulled out of their imagination by their mother calling, their action figures hovering over a makeshift puddle that has been increasingly turning to mud. Hero's mom comes to the back door.
Honey, clean up and come back inside. Dinner in 5 minutes.
Okay, Mom.
Hero tosses the action figures in the nearby basket, rinses their hands off in the sprinkler, and goes in the house to the bedroom. Hero trades the play clothes for the dress sitting on the chair. They look at themselves in the small mirror on the wall, unsatisfied to be back in the dress. Hero takes the ponytail out of their hair, which falls in their eyes, and the illusion is complete. Hero appears as a girl. Looking long and hard at the mirror again, Hero thinks about what the guide said.
Princess?
Hero puts their hair back in the tight ponytail and out of their eyes and changes into jeans and a t-shirt. Happy at this small step, Hero heads towards the living room. Hero walks down the hallway and passes the living room where the TV is on. Chaz Bono is performing on Dancing with the Stars. Hero stops in his tracks and watches for 30 seconds, frozen in understanding.
Mom?
End of path 1. Choice. Do you accept the flower or decline? Path 2. Decline the flower.
I can't accept this.
Embarrassed by her grandfather and dejected from getting turned away by the hero, the girl runs off after the old man before he can yell about something else. Our hero walks to the top of the hill, now unsure of himself, to the edge of the endless forest. Our hero steps across the threshold into the forest and eventually enters a clearing by a stream, kneeling to take a drink. A long shadow grows over the hero, who turns to see a little girl staring back at him.
You look tired, miss.
I have traveled far for this day.
What day is that?
I know who you are.
And I know who you pretend to be.
I am myself, no other.
You hide yourself.
To protect myself.
You
You
are
are
nothing.
nothing.
Enough! Show yourself, demon!
Darkness overtakes the clearing as Orneus transforms into a giant monster. As Orneus transforms, our hero puts his helmet on and draws his sword. They battle. Our hero is on the verge of collapse. Orneus pulls his helmet off our hero and drags him, holding our hero's face over the water.
Look at yourself. This is who you are.
I am.
You are not complete. See it.
Confronted with a reflection staring back at him, our hero tries to regain control. A bead of sweat drops from his head into the water, sending ripples. A strange moment of calm as our hero flashes back to the girl with the flower who showed him kindness but was turned away. Regretting that moment, our hero cries out as Orneus pierces through his body. A burst of light comes out of Hero's body that Orneus tries to absorb, but he is scared away by a crack of thunder and a light from the sky. The light engulfs our hero completely, blindingly. Our hero tries to crawl away.
Stop!
A glowing figure, all in white, approaches our hero. They see our hero trying to get away.
I don't know where you think you're going, but stay here. You're safe. Things aren't easy for you. When it feels like everyone is turning on you, it's hard to see when someone is reaching out to hold you up, push you up, drag you up when you can't stand. But you can stand. You will stand. It is easy to beat yourself up when others show you how to do it continuously.
I feel like I'm falling.
Without that feeling, there is nowhere to rise up to. There are others. Find them. Help each other. You are who you are. You are right. Trust yourself.
But I can't just...
A blinding flash as exterior backyard, early afternoon.
Princess, time to come inside.
We're in the fenced-in backyard of Hero's suburban home in Ohio. Hero, wearing sweatpants and a boy's tank top, kneels in the yard, their action figures hovering over a makeshift puddle that has been increasingly turning to mud.
Honey, clean up and come back inside. Dinner in 5 minutes.
Okay, Mom.
Hero goes in the house to the bedroom and trades the play clothes for the dress sitting on the chair. They look at themselves in the small mirror on the wall, unsatisfied to be back in the dress. Hero takes the ponytail out of their hair, which falls in their eyes, and the illusion is complete. Hero appears as a girl. Looking long and hard at the mirror again, Hero thinks about what they saw in their imagination.
Princess!
Hero puts their hair back in the tight ponytail and out of their eyes, then looks at the jean sitting on the bed. Very much tempted to change out of the dress, Hero ultimately leaves the dress on, but keeps their hair pulled back in the ponytail. Hero walks down the hallway and passes the living room where the TV is on. Chaz Bono is performing on Dancing with the Stars. Hero stops in his tracks and watches for 30 seconds, frozen in understanding.
Mom?
The end.
Hooray! That was Transform Prologue. Super cool, right? Couldn't you see it? It's so interesting because when I first picked up the script and I started reading it, I'm like, God, like these stage directions are what I'm seeing. It's, I don't know. Such a cool idea. I love that we got a something that wasn't just a play or a musical, but it was something a little different. You will notice on the board, we have a couple of our artists put up there where you can follow them, where you can Venmo them, and please do, because they're all incredible and they deserve support. This was a fun one because I actually didn't know a lot of the artists involved in this. You know, some of people who pitched us ideas were people that I knew, and some people I'd never met before. And that's kind of the beauty of when you open your doors, you make a lot of new friends. So I was really excited about this one. And not only that, but I am here for some trans content. Am I right? I was really lucky to take part in an anti-racist theater workshop by Nicole Brewer this afternoon, who is an incredible facilitator. And if you have the chance to take a workshop by her, I highly recommend it. And one of the concepts she talked about was that we need to take part in an analysis of perfectionism in theater. Because there are people who, you know, they don't want to be punished, you know, a million times for the one mistake that you make. And so they don't do anything because they're afraid to act. And I think that this concept also applies to writers who want to have more inclusive and diverse characters in the shows that they write, but they're afraid to write someone that they maybe don't identify with. And this is a whole conversation with a lot of nuance in it. Maybe we should save this for a Reboot Represents, Harry Turpin, if you're listening. But I guess like my Cliff Notes version of this is that there are ways to responsibly reflect the world around you. And in your writing, and one of those ways is through dramaturgy and engagement with the community you want to represent. So anyway, it was so cool to work on this show. And I don't know, I appreciated the opportunity to kind of work with the material. And I can't wait to see it animated, right? This doesn't really have anything to do with anything. I just wanted to share another cool Nicole Brewer gem from today was, it's okay to be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is a survivable event. Love that wisdom. Anyway, where am I? Oh, that's right, Test Kitchen. Our next piece. I'm also very excited about. Here is a musicale. It's actually selections from a full-length musical that was inspired by the unhoused population of downtown Seattle. And unfortunately, it's a situation that could actually take place in any city. So this is a show that can kind of be adapted to wherever someone were to produce it. You can read the whole script and listen to all of the music. We'll provide the link at the end of this little presentation. So keep an eye on that at the ending credits. Sanctuary City is written and performed by Michael Dare.
Michael Dare. I suffered for my art. Now it's your turn. I'm going to try to do a whole musical in 15 minutes. Downtown city street, just about anywhere in America. Lots of pedestrians walking by. They are the constant Greek chorus throughout the show. But that shows up and it goes away. We're seeing things in fast motion, tense. Will someone please explain to me the sudden proclivity of tense? What the heck is happening with all these temps? The temps, they come and go. The temps, the temps, the temps. The temps, the temps, they come and go. The temps, the temps, the temps. Imagine our lives in there. Imagine our lives in there. And lights come on inside all the tents, and you see the shadows of the people inside the tents going on about their daily lives, doing dishes, reading books, making food, normal people living in tents. A community. Community. and out of that tent comes Jerry. Jerry identifies as male, and he is disabled. I can't tell you what his disability is due to HIPAA regulations. We'll find out what his disability is when we audition disabled actors. Ike, the doorman at the Aristocrat across the street, starts singing, with the pedestrians joining him. Jerry woke up with a problem. The problem would not go away, so he had to deal with the problem day after day after day. Jerry, just what is your problem? People would constantly say the problem was Jerry's. The problem was Jerry. The problem would not go away. Whoa, Jerry's got a problem. Oh, Jerry's got a problem. Jerry's got a problem. Well, we'll get more into Jerry's problem when we see the entire thing. But right now, another tent moves next door. And in that tent is Pauline. Pauline identifies as female, and she is also disabled. And for the same reason, I can't tell you what her disability is. But they are our couple. Every play has to have a couple. And they are our couple. Whoa, okay. Jerry gets up in the middle of the night and sings this. There's something wrong with her. Seriously wrong with her. There must be something wrong with her. She loves me. There must be something wrong with her. I mean, really, 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 really wrong with her. There must be something wrong with her. Where she cares. What did I do to deserve someone so capable of ignoring all the things about me that no one should have to put up with? There must be something wrong with him. Yeah, that's her version of the song. You can hear that later. Right now, we're moving on to the fact that she doesn't want anything to do with him because he stinks. And the rest of the camp says, yeah, you stink, man. And he says, what am I supposed to do? Check into a hotel and they stink? Are you kidding? There's something you need to know about. You don't need a quarter just to take a long way. You don't need a quarter just to take a shower. You don't need a quarter if your life is in a quarter. You don't need a quarter if your life is gone sour. No, you don't need a quarter at the urban rest stop. You don't need a penny or a nickel or a dime. You don't need a quarter at the urban rest stop. All you need is nothing but a little bit of time. You can do a quarter, you can do your laundry. You don't need a quarter, you can take a shower. You don't need a quarter, you can do your laundry. You don't need a quarter, you can take a shower. So Jerry gets all cleaned up, and soon the camp gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and we meet more and more people, and they tell us their stories, and we hear their songs. And soon, of course, well, the city council and the mayor show up. La, 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 la. We don't care about your problems. You can keep them on the shelf. It's a shame that you've got nothing when I've got so much myself. I'm lonely as the caimans to a reasonable degree. You can touch my fruits and assets, I will keep it all for me. Keep it all for me, keep it all for me. Every single one of you can go to hell. Keep it all for me, keep it all for me. Ooh, I'm doing so damn well, yeah. La 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 la. And of course, the media shows up. How did you end up here? How did you end up here? Well, of course, I did spend a period of time couch surfing. Couch surfing? What's that? Really? Couch surfing, you must say. It really is a shame it has to happen this way. First, you sink as low as you can possibly get. It's then you discover there's no safety net, and then it's, I promise I won't be more than a day, or maybe two. I promise that I am willing to pay $1 or $2. I promise I won't eat all your food. You're lucky your facility isn't correctional. You're glad your sofa isn't exceptional. I promise I won't be more than a week, or maybe 2. I promise that my dirty laundry won't creak unless it will. I promise I won't eat all your food. Counterfeit, 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 counterfeit. I hit that note. I'm sure someone can hit it better than I did. Gradually, people have sung individual songs. This is one song in which every line is sung by someone else. This is just a small part of it. Be afraid. I don't want to live in fear. I can take another day. Someone get me out of here. I don't want to be alive. I don't want to be free. I don't want to just survive. I don't want to be insane. I don't want to be in line or a social worker's case. Give me a second, I'll be fine. I'm just looking for a place, a place, a place, a place to call my own, my own, my own. Rejoin the place to show my face, to know I have a place, a place, a place, a place to call my own, a place to call my own, a place, a place to call my own. To show my face, to know I have a place, a place, a place, a place to call my own, a place to call my own. And of course, an immigrant shows up. See, it's a mother from Ethiopia with a little child, and she doesn't speak English. And there is an argument about whether she would be welcome into this tent city or not. And some brave soul stands up and says this. A sanctuary city is a place where birds of human decency is actually admired. A sanctuary city is a place where you can be a refugee and not be undesired. A sanctuary city is a place where you can be like no one else and never feel ashamed. A sanctuary city is a place that never can exist until it is proclaimed. Give us your tired, give us Your huddled masses yearning to breathe free of us. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send us your homeless, tempest tossed. Yes, send them. Send them. Go ahead and send them. Because a sanctuary city is a place where basic human decency is actually admired. A sanctuary city is a place where you can be a refugee and not be desired. A sanctuary city is a place where absolutely anyone can actually be free. A sanctuary city is a place I'm proud to be. And of course, this grows and grows and grows into a giant chorus until the dump trucks show up and take the entire thing away, and we're back to the very beginning. Pedestrians. 1 tent, gone. Another tent, gone. Another tent, another tent, another tent, another tent, another tent. And it's the last shot of Field of Dreams as you see a row of tents going off into the distance. Blackout. So, the life and death of a homeless camp. I started writing this when we weren't in the pandemic. I have big questions. Do I need to? It takes place now. Does it still take place now? Please, come on board. Come to Google Docs, read the play, listen to the songs, help me figure out what to do with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Man, what a marathon. I gotta tell you, as someone who has had to perform a musical in a short amount of time that I wrote, having to perform your own music, it is nerve-wracking. So bravo. Excellent, excellent job. And extra points for bravery. It was excellent. You can see on here, you can read the show. We also put it in the comments. And please do. Michael is looking for feedback. Michael wants to know whether this was written pre-COVID. Should the show be updated to COVID times? I don't know. But you probably do. So you should read it and let him know. Take a look at we have it up on the title. We have the link in the comments. You can find Michael Dare on Facebook and start a conversation. I think you won't regret it. This is kind of a cool thing. It's direct feedback. We love that. Yeah, super exciting stuff. So now for our final piece of the night. This is a play that has been developed over the course of the last year. And when I first read this script, it just immediately captured my heart. So I am super excited for you all to hear it. Fumes is written by Megan Twomley, directed by Reboot alum Zandy Carlson, and featuring Kahari Constantine, Mandy Nibble, and Chelsea Shepard.
You know when you're driving.
Imagine that you're driving.
When the rain is pouring.
And the tank is almost empty.
Just buckets coming down hard, like fists are punching your windshield.
Then you see the sign for the gas station. You're so close.
It's so loud, you can't hear your music anymore.
Finally, something is going right.
And you drive under a bridge.
The car lurches back and forth.
The world takes a breath, but it only takes a second.
The car's dead. You start laughing because the inconvenience is too perfect.
And you leave the silent protection of the underpass and return to the pelting rain.
Shit happens. Might as well smile. Exhausted yet determined, you put your car in neutral and begin to push.
That's what it's like.
That's what it's like. Hannah! Oh, God. Can you steam this shirt?
No.
Please? I'm running late.
No.
My shirt is wrinkly.
You look great.
I don't.
I'm busy.
You're not.
I am.
You're drinking coffee.
I'm busy drinking coffee.
But my shirt.
But my coffee.
I have an interview.
Steam it yourself.
I don't know how.
Look it up.
You know I'm a hands-on learner. I can't watch a video. I don't have time.
Neither do I.
Oh, you're not doing anything.
You could have used this time to look it up.
I literally just said I can't. Can you help me?
It's not helping. It's doing. I'd be doing it for you.
So you want to drink coffee instead?
I'm not sitting here because I want to. I'm sitting here because it's good for me.
What?
We can't practice compassion with others if we can't treat ourselves kindly. Brene Brown.
What does that have anything to do with...
I never get to enjoy a hot cup of coffee because I pour it and then you pull me away from it. How can I be my best self for others after drinking lukewarm coffee?
So it's my fault.
Yes. I help you do things you should be able to do yourself.
You offer help.
You ask for it.
You give it.
Because you ask for it.
I've never asked you
You're
to...
grunts. Ugh.
I don't grunt.
How am I supposed to relax and sip coffee when you're swearing at a button that fell off your shirt? You know that if you struggle long enough and loud enough, I'll just come fix it all.
Sorry, I'm such a burden.
You're not a burden.
You just said...
No,
that...
I want to help you. I just need to finish my coffee first.
You're being selfish.
You're being selfish. This wouldn't even be an issue if I was dating Mo.
What?
This wouldn't be an issue if I was dating Mo.
Who?
Mo.
Huh?
Coffee's ready.
Ooh. Is that my shirt?
It's our shirt now.
You look cute in it.
Stop.
What? You look cute.
You look cute. What?
I know it.
Come sit. Are you working today?
In the afternoon. This is really good coffee.
I put Folgers in the French press.
You're a genius.
I have a master's degree in coffee.
From where?
BIT.
BIT?
Yes, BIT. The Bean Institute of Technology.
Oh, yes. Of course. The Bean Institute.
Yeah, the Bean Institute.
My cousin went to their rival school.
Oh, yeah? What school is that?
The University.
The Universe of Tea?
No, the University.
Incredible.
Last night was really fun.
Yeah, it was.
Tyler is super cool.
Aren't they the best? No, I have been wanting you two to meet forever. I'm so glad you came out. I know bars aren't normally your thing.
Not usually. But that one was okay.
Then that could be our spot.
Yeah, maybe.
What?
What?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Why maybe? You said you had fun.
I did have fun. I just don't like bars.
Are you okay?
Yeah, good. Mm-hmm.
You're being weird.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Okay. I love you. I like Tyler. I think it's really great that you two are so close and so open. I just wasn't really aware of how much they know about us.
Us being...
Like, our sex life?
Oh.
Don't you talk about sex with your friends?
Not really. Not like in detail. I didn't like hearing Tyler joke about me.
No, that's just how we talk.
That's weird.
Not really. It's not a secret we have sex.
I know.
Then what's the issue?
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening.
Great. Stop telling people about us.
You're overreacting.
I'm not.
I'm really excited to be with you. So I talk about things, that happen. That's just how it is.
Well, that sucks.
Why?
Because I just told you that it hurts me, and you're gonna keep doing it anyway.
You didn't say that it hurt you.
Yes, I did.
It's not that big of a deal. It's just how I process things and celebrate who I am.
You can process with me. You can celebrate with me.
Sean would be over the moon if I even mentioned that we had sex. So,
who's Sean?
Shit.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What happened?
Spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Do you want another?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Don't you have to leave for that interview?
Yeah. But what's the point? I'm not going to get it.
Well, not if you don't go.
I have a huge gap in my resume and no good reason why.
Being sad is a good reason.
Not really.
I think it is. You took time for yourself.
It was stupid.
You made the right decision for yourself, and now it's time for a new adventure. You're the smartest, most talented person I know. It's gonna be great.
Can you hire me?
You're already hired. Welcome to the team.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. What's my position?
You're my personal barista.
Ooh, I like that. You deserve the best coffee.
Well, not the best coffee, just hot coffee.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I feel like dead weight.
Stop. You're not.
You're always annoyed at me.
I'm not annoyed. It's just frustrating that you don't know how to do simple things. You don't even know what mildew is.
Fine. What's mildew?
Oh, it is not my job to teach you what mildew is.
Well, how am I supposed to know what mildew is?
Literally just search what is mildew. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to teach you how to be a functioning person. That's not my job.
I am a functioning person. I just need some support. No one taught me to clean. I taught myself. My parents were wonderful, but our house was a mess. My mother didn't have time to be some stay-at-home housewife. She was tired after work, and so I learned how to cook, and I'd leave leftovers out for her. I was the most responsible one in my fraternity. I was the one who stopped the ant infestation. I was the one who learned how to get beer smell out of carpets. We got our entire security deposit back because of me and about 200 magic erasers. So sorry if I don't know how to steam a fucking shirt.
I just want you to want to know how to steam a shirt.
I don't.
Why not?
You made it so hard.
Just put in effort. Just a teeny bit.
I'm trying, but we are a team.
No, no, you're not trying. You're not trying.
Can you listen to me? I just told you that you can't.
I love you, but you have to teach yourself. The bar is so low. I wish I was a man.
Do you really?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yes, I don't know. I don't feel like a woman.
Okay.
You know, like I hate cooking. I hate cleaning. I wanna rip my body out of my body. Does that make sense?
Is that what you think a woman is?
Well, I'm not a man, and I don't want to be a woman, but I am a woman. I think. I don't know. I just barely figured out my sexuality, and now there's like this whole other thing to juggle.
Gender doesn't exist, so it doesn't matter anyway.
I'm like 99% sure I'm a woman.
I had a similar experience, except when I was using Crumbs.
If I don't subscribe to the textbook definition of a woman, doesn't that make me not a woman?
There are many ways to be a woman.
Well, none of them feel right.
When I was sort of shopping for which one.
Well, but you've always known.
No, I have not always known. In a lot of ways, I still don't know. This isn't easy for me.
Sorry. You're valid.
I know I'm valid, obviously. It's just really...
Well, how do you still not know, though? Like, how do you...
You cannot say I am valid and then keep doing what you're doing. If you want to talk about this, let's talk about it. I am here for you, but you cannot talk over me. This is basic stuff. If you want to know what a woman is, just Google what is gender.
But none of it makes sense.
Fucking tell me about it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop. You don't have to be so sorry.
Okay.
I know me and what I think. That's it. I can't tell you your identity. I don't know that.
Yeah, me neither. I am sorry, though.
Please stop.
I am. Sorry.
I know, but when you say you hate men, it makes me feel kind of shitty.
I don't hate men.
You just said you did.
Well, I just hate how small they make me feel sometimes.
Sometimes you make me feel small.
I don't mean to. I'm just trying to figure out who I am.
Then where do I fit in?
You can't use me to figure out who you are.
Everybody uses everybody.
You can't yell at me anymore.
I just want to drink my coffee.
You can run away, but I'm not cleaning this mess up.
No, I'm not running away. I just don't want to talk about it.
When things get hard, you lash out and
You lash out and you leave when things get hard.
It's easy for you. You only like one kind of person. You only have one path.
Do you really think that?
How do I know if I make the right choice?
I don't know.
Answer your own questions.
It's okay to not know.
Sometimes my favorite part is not knowing.
We can learn together.
I need to find the one.
There isn't some perfect relationship out there waiting for you.
I never got to explore.
Why can't we do that together?
But what about my other options?
What other options? Just stop for a second.
But like, what if I chose the wrong thing? What if I chose the wrong thing?
You know that feeling when you're driving?
Okay, so imagine that you're driving.
It's raining and you're almost out of fuel.
It's a beautiful day. The sun shines down on a long, winding road. You see a field of horses, and even though you're alone, you point and yell, "Horses!" The windows are down. The air rushes in. Your phone's off. There's no music, no directions. It's all good. You know where you're going.
What a glorious bauble of a show. Congratulations to Megan and Zandy and this whole cast. As you can see on the screen, please consider Venmoing or following any of our artists for this piece. God, what a great, just a great friggin' script, y'all. Yeah, take a look. Drink that in. What I love about this script is how you're just kind of watching something that seems very banal, you know, an argument over coffee, and then it just kind of turns into this like deep, confusing dive into figuring yourself out. Like, my God, who's had a lot of time to have to deal with that lately? Everyone. Yeah, just great show. Great show. Congratulations. Well, friends, first I want to say thank you so much to all of our artists for doing this very vulnerable thing of showing up on camera in your home in circumstances that you're not used to, that you did not train for, that you did not ask for. Thank you. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Reboot, and it means a lot to our audiences who are so happy to see you. And thank you to our audiences for tuning in, because I know there are about 3 billion different digital opportunities for entertainment, and we're so grateful that you joined us. Please donate to our artists. You can go on reboottheater.org and find all our artists' names. Feel free to donate to them, donate to Reboot. And I hope that you'll tune in a couple of weeks, because we got night 2 coming on the 26th, also on a Monday, also at 7 o'clock. We're going to take a week off, and then we'll be back the week of Halloween with some spooky stuff. We're going to have, we've got ghost stories, we've got monster monologues, we've got more musicals, we've got an opera, plenty to whet your appetite. I'm going to close with the words of my high school physics teacher, Mr. Umholtz. He ended every single class with this line: "Well, folks, it looks like our time together has come to an end. It's been grand, and I'll see you tomorrow." And on Friday, he'd say, "I'll see you on Monday." And on my very last day of high school, he said, "Well, folks, it looks like our time together has come to an end. It's been grand, and I'll see you never." It was haunting and weird, but probably true. Fortunately, I will see you next time. Thanks, friends.